Hello everyone, I'm Isha Mutreja and today I will be talking about paper LiveRAC, that is interactive visualization exploration of system management time series data. The paper is by Peter McCallan, Tamara Munzer, Alfred Ross, and Stephen North. Um, what is LiveRAC? LiveRAC is a visualization system that supports the analysis of large collection of system management time series data consisting of hundreds of parameters across thousands of network devices. LiveRAC provides high information density. It reuses reorderable matrix of charts with semantic zooming, adapting each chart's visualization representation. LiveRAC also allows side-by-side visual comparison in multiple levels of detail. System management. It is the way of interpreting network environment status in a fundamental system and management activity. It involves understanding of state of individual devices and how this can affect overall end-to-end services. Report generation requires creating a shareable document showing the relevant time series value. Capacity planning involves forecasting future systems and infrastructure need. And participant summarizes in 3 phases. Phase 1 is documents what already customer have. Phase 2 provides short-term recommendation. And phase 3 is a long-term duration in which recommendations are provided, and it can take up to longer durations like 6 months or more for application to upgrade or change its version. Event investigation concerns specific events such as service outage or network security breach. Coordination between customers, engineers, and operation involves communicating finding, changes, request, and recommendation. Iterative system. LiveRAC is an iterative system, meaning that it have different phases, and on the each phase of these different prototypes, the designs are refined until the system is error-free. So the methodology behind it is the study started with prototypes, continued to a proof of concept, as you can see in this diagram of figure 1, interactive software prototypes using synthetic data, and then to the high fidelity prototype running on real data. And finally, it is deployed in this phase 3 and then field testing. Participants. For this LiveRAC, we took 14 participants, one who was outside the company, a CTO, and other 13 were like within the company. Out of those 13, one was a member of tool engineering team. The second is executive director. Then we have 4 senior technical directors and 7 LECs. In the design phase, the phase initial requirement gathering interview with C1. The second phase developed a high fidelity prototype running on the production database and collected feedback. The second type prototype was represented to E1 and D1, who are executive director and technical senior directors. In the third phase, the information was gathered in a meeting with executive director and senior technical director, and there was also addition of a member of tool engineering team, and the result were presented to the senior technical director. And in the fourth phase, the requirement gathering was done from all the 7 LCs through meetings and surveys. Then they deployed the system into the production. In the conclusion, they found out that the data was collected log of 38 sessions from different total of 13 LiveRAC system user, and the LCs L1 to L4 were the most active users with a total of 24 logged sessions. Visualization solution. LiveRAC is one of the many visualization systems that uses matrix layout. Interactive reorderable matrix visualization were introduced by Burton. And he uses semantic zooming. It is a technique where objects can adapt to their visualization representation to the available screen space. For example, a calendar can squish into just one month, the current month, based on the space, and it can also expand to the full year given the space of this screen. Another method is stretch and squish navigation. It is an interaction metaphor where the user manipulates the display, and as it can be squished and expanded like a rubber sheet, and it can be squished down to the borders. Time series data is an area of extensive study in the information of visualization research. So different principles were used in this LiveRAC. A familiar visual representation should be preserved when appropriate. As you can see in the diagram, side-by-side comparison of small multiple views is easier than remembering the previously seen views. Columns can be sorted according to the parameter values such as minimum, maximum, or average of the time series. Multiple views are the most effective when coordinated through the XSplit linking. Coming to the usage scenario, in this we can see figure A, B, C, and D. The figure A and B shows a scenario 1 where LCE started with an overview of 50 devices at the lowest semantic zoom value, where color block shows the maximum value of each parameter for each device. In the figure C, you can see the scenario 2, where an LCE was showing a colleague sorted trend information over a period of month. When he stretched the cell of the devices, it's showing the top CPU usage. He discovered that the system had stopped reporting data shortly after hitting 100%. So the LiveRAC indicated a problem in this behavior, and it can be used to rectifying this problem in future. And in the figure D, you can see a scenario 3 where an LCE was inspecting a group of web servers in the same load balance pool. These servers are intended to have similar behavior. After expanding those cells, he saw that some of the devices, the load had unexpectedly dropped to almost zero for a few weeks, yet they have not crashed and continue to report all the monitored parameters. The LCA said that he would follow up with the colleague who was responsible for the system. In the conclusion, I would like to say that our LiveRAC is already deployed in the production environment, and it provides high density data. It can infer more information that dashboard approaches as you have more functionalities like semantic zoomings and squishing and zooming out. It also provides detail on demand, and LiveRAC has ongoing supports from its user with prospect of wider deployment in the network management and planning application. Thank you.